Welcome to Never Wrong Sports. My name is Mo. This is my co-partner here, Hamid. What's going on?
Much. It's been a month.
I know it's been real busy for us, for me,
Yeah.
really, more than Hamid. But yeah, um, went on vacation, then started a new job, so it's been a little bit busier for me than usual. But we kind of found time now. Probably a good time to talk about things as things are kind of heating up into the NBA world and the NFL season is actually starting soon. Preseason starts in a couple weeks. I think both of us we like the NBA, but I really like the NFL too. And I always get more excited when the NFL season starts than the NBA season, even though
Yeah.
I like the basketball
It's
season probably a
a
little
lot
bit.
shorter. Feels like it's a lot. That football season's a lot shorter. Every game counts. Every
Every,
week matters.
every game matters and it weighs more. If the
Yeah.
if the Knicks or the Celtics lose on a random Thursday in January, it doesn't really matter as much as if a Giants lose in week 6 or the Patriots lose in a week 8 game. I mean, those games matter definitely a lot more than,
Yeah.
whatever. But, let's get into the NBA. Let's get into what's going on. So obviously the Suns took a 2-0 lead. First 2 games they came in hot. They really smacked them around, I think. I think they really imposed themselves. Chris Paul looked very good in the first 2 games. Milwaukee came home. Milwaukee came home, smacked them in game 3. Game 4 it was a close game. Milwaukee pulled through with Chris Middleton and Giannis leading the way. And then game 5, it was felt like a game 7, really, honestly, if I'm honest with you. Middleton,
That could go down as one of the 10 greatest final games.
it definitely could. Both big threes came up to play, I think. None of those
Yeah.
big threes.
Yes.
All 6 of those players came and they played very well.
Chris Paul, like 60% shooting, 21 and 12, I believe that's what his stats were. DeAndre Ayton had a very, very good game.
20 and 10.
That's very good. And
Yep.
Booker dropped 40. And then Chris Middleton came to play. Jrue Holiday, man. Ooh.
Jrue Holiday. But you know
Yo.
what it is, though? I think this is what it was. I think the role players played as well as they kind of evened each other out.
Well, I think it's not. I don't think it was more the role players. I think the number 2 and 3 option for the Bucks simply played better than Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, and also Pat Connaughton, bro. Like he came to play.
No, he did. He made some big threes.
He leads the series in threes.
I know that's crazy. But that's all he does really out there. He's just really a spot up shooter. Even though he's really not that good of a spot up shooter, like he's okay at it. But he does knock down threes.
And he got you 6 boards. I don't know how he got 6 boards, but
he was getting. Oh, you saw the game. Like he's got a few offensive rebounds in there too. Crucial, and that's how the Bucks are making their money. Offensive rebounding has been big for them for the last 3 games, and they're playing bully ball against them. And I think ultimately, I mean, I think you can agree with this last point I'm about to make, and it's when you break it down, the Milwaukee Big 3 is better than the Phoenix Suns Big 3 right now. It just is.
Well, right now, but it was not like that when we started. When we went into the series, the way Chris Paul was playing, the way DeAndre Ayton was bullying the Clippers, and the way that Devin Booker was playing, there's no way you go into the finals saying that the Bucks Big 3 was better. I mean, just yesterday before Game 5, is Chris Middleton going to give us home Chris Middleton or away Chris Middleton? Jrue Holiday, Game 4 was 420.
That's true.
So it's not like right now it's looking like the Bucks Big 3 is better, but for the most part, the Suns were supposed to be top heavy.
I think the Bucks are their Big 3 is better just because. But even before this series started, I would say that the Bucks Big 3 is better just because. First of all, I know DeAndre Ayton is really coming along, but I just don't think that. I think he's the 6th best player out of the 6. You know what I mean? Like out of all 6 players, he's like.
You don't think Ayton's better than Holiday?
No.
No.
Oh no. And I don't think it's like a shame that he's not better than like Jrue Holiday. Like Jrue Holiday is really good, but
he's one of the best defenders in the league.
A lot of people are saying that he's the best perimeter defender in the league.
I mean, I remember before the season started, I watched an interview. Damian Lillard and Kevin Durant both said he's the best defensive guard in the league. And you know, Dame said it because he got clamped up. He was locked up in 2016 in that series. He had like 18 points a game, shot 32%. He got clamped up by Drew.
Yeah, no, Dame.
He knows.
Those are not two people that you take their opinion lightly when it comes to. Those guys, they light it up. So if they're calling you one of the best defensive players or the best perimeter defensive players, you know that's legit.
Yeah, and he was being compared to Tony Allen. They compared him to Tony Allen. Anyone who knows basketball and knows Tony Allen knows that man can clamp up anyone.
Tony Allen, but knows how to score too. It's not like Tony Allen on the oh my god, Tony Allen. Tony Allen. You basically
Tony Allen shooting a ball, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a last resort. You don't want no Tony Allen.
He's what Patrick Beverly thinks he is. Like Pat Bev thinks he's Tony Allen, but that's besides the point.
Patrick Beverly is we're not gonna get to Patrick Beverly scrub ass. Anyway.
Yeah, I just want to say this. It's clear. Giannis is the best player in the world. It's not
okay. No, he's not. But I'll say
it's not even close. It's not even. Kevin Durant isn't. Kevin Durant. I'm telling you right now, Mo. I'm telling you right now. You put Kevin Durant on the Bucks, they're not in this.
Okay, I disagree. But okay.
Kevin Durant isn't that dude. He's not that dude. He's not that dude. Dude, this man had Westbrook and couldn't win. Okay, so let me just say this. Giannis, see you are more of the eye test person, so you watch the games, right? And you know talent when you see it because you just have a high IQ and you know what you're seeing. I do that, but I also look at stats. I also look at accolades.
It's also important. No, that's important.
No, but I know, but like I'm very aware of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like I was really shocked when I realized this earlier today. It's almost equivalent to me a couple of years ago realizing that Kevin Garnett actually won an MVP. I never knew Kevin Garnett won an MVP until like 3 years ago. I'm a Celtics fan. I should know that, but that's besides the point. So I'm looking at Giannis. This man's 26, right? He's done it all.
No, he has.
Like think about this. 5-time All-Star. 5-time All-NBA. 4-time All-Defensive Team. Defensive Player of the Year. Hell, even All-Star MVP. 2-time regular season MVP.
He's really good. He's really good.
All he needs is a championship. And he's going to win the finals MVP if they win the championship.
Well, yeah, for sure. For sure.
There's nothing this man needs to do. What does he need to do? You can't say he can't play defense. You can't say that. You can't say he was never one of
He's
the
the second best defender in the league.
Okay. You can't say that.
Yeah.
You can't say he's not one of the greatest scorers of all time. 30 points a game says otherwise. Yes, it's limited. Limited. He can't shoot.
Doesn't matter if you're dominant.
But he's dropping 30, and I saw him hit like 5 mid-range shots last game.
That was good. He was playing very well.
So he's been money from mid-range. Actually, he's pretty underrated from the mid.
He knocks that shot down consistently. Like let's just say next year.
You know, occasionally he does it too much. Like when he tried to pull up like shoot a fadeaway on Harden in the second round, that was bad.
Yeah,
that he shouldn't have done that. But for the most part, that man can shoot it. But this guy right here, like, you know, other than LeBron and Kevin Durant, those are like the only two guys I can think of that at this point have a discussion being one of the 10 greatest players ever. LeBron is one of the 10. KD could still get there. Maybe he is. I don't know. Depends on who you're talking to. But now I'm talking about Giannis. Giannis is in that, not now, but he's easily like if you only got LeBron in this current era in the top 10 and KD's coming in close, the next closest is Giannis. No one else. There's no one else.
Mm-hmm.
Not Steph. I respect to Steph Curry, but no.
He has 2 MVPs too.
Yes, but he has no Finals MVPs. He's never been the guy on the finals. Like he lost it to Andre Iguodala. Come on, like Giannis is literally, look, you know you're good when Shaq, who is one of has the biggest egos ever. That man does not like give the name Superman to anyone. When he's giving you that name, you're special. Like when Shaq is saying this is the modern day Shaq, you're special. I can't argue with that. I can't like Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't even 27. He turns 27 in December, and by next season, he'll still be 26 because I'm assuming the season starts before December.
Yeah.
And he would have done it all.
Mhm.
Knock on wood, he wins a championship, but he would have done it all. Like imagine now he has no pressure. There's no pressure. He just got to
He
do
wants
what
this
he has to do.
championship. We should never, ever, ever, ever go
You
up
can't
and say anything
how
about
you
that.
can't you can't. You could question Damian Lillard. You can question Harden. You might even still have questions like Kevin Durant if he can win a championship without Curry and Clay.
Mhm.
You can't question Giannis. If 26 years old and he's literally done everything. All he has to do now, if he wins a title, is just stat pad, get his stats up.
I think this too.
And if the championships come more championships come in the way, that's great.
Yeah.
But he's done it all. There's no, like he could retire after this season and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
And this is gonna sound very premature. People might say this, and I agree with most of what you're saying. Other than I don't think he's the greatest player in the world yet, but that's okay. I don't think that's like I don't think that's like breaking news, like for me to say that. If Giannis wins this championship, for me, I don't think he can hurt his legacy anymore.
No, he can't.
I think he can only help it because you
Can't.
win him.
Well, I mean, if he goes to like 5 finals and loses all of them,
Well, okay,
he's
but
favored.
I just don't think.
Okay, but that's like unlikely.
Yeah,
That's unlikely. You're right. His legacy is secured.
Yeah.
It's locked.
yeah.
Like you need like some crazy object to break that lock.
Yeah.
You need something like you're not breaking this lock. This guy's it's settled if he wins this title.
And I'll say this. Giannis affects the game more than
Multiple ways.
anybody.
Multiple ways.
And that's why he's the best player out in the finals, and that's why the Milwaukee Bucks have won 3 games because he's the best player, right?
It's not even close.
It's gone to so I'm a guy who, again, I know that Giannis is limited, but I know how good he is, like how dominant he is. For me, if you're still questioning who's better, Giannis or Kawhi, you're kidding yourself because Giannis is better than Kawhi because in every asset of the game, except obviously shooting, but
Shooting. Yeah. Well, free throws.
Yeah.
Free throws.
Okay, shooting, but shooting, I feel like shooting and free throws are
well, defensively, Kawhi Leonard is a 2-time defensive player of the year.
Kawhi is not better right now. Kawhi is not better than Giannis defensively.
That's fair. But Kawhi can guard you in the perimeter. Giannis is not the greatest perimeter defender.
But Kawhi is not a great paint defender either. He's okay at it.
But he's got the reach. Like if a guard's coming in, he could probably clamp him up.
I think Giannis is better than Kawhi, and I think it's for me. It shouldn't be a question.
That's not crazy. That's not.
No,
crazy.
that's not. Giannis for me is the 3rd best player in the world, and like that's. I feel like that's. I still think. I really want him to put in this.
I know you say KD, but you can't say Braun right now. I like LeBron.
Me too, but this might be a bias thing. This might be a bias thing, but I want to see LeBron healthy again. Just
He's
to
been
say
the best
yes.
player in the world for 12 years maybe, and I truly believe that. Like
the tape, he's not. Like I'm not, but I just can't. I'm not ready to let go yet until I see it next year. I'm sorry to say, I feel like that's nothing like bad, but
Giannis is winning it this year.
That's fine. LeBron won it last year.
Giannis is winning it this year.
LeBron won it last year.
And he's spanking the Suns right now.
I mean, LeBron spanked the whole playoffs last year. He didn't go game 7. He never went to a game 7. He went at most game 6.
That's true.
So
also his legacy, Giannis' legacy is going to be secured simply because people will always remember the guy that had the decision to either re-sign with the team or dip and go to Miami, which was the rumor.
that rumors. especially
that was a real rumor though. He
yeah.
was we were considering like he might go to Miami, just like Kawhi right now. It's a possibility. We know he's gonna opt out and ask for more money, but there's a chance he might go to Miami. Like that's not like you know.
I
So
just again, I just feel like Kevin Durant's better than Giannis, and that's just because I feel like Kevin Durant is just he's so off, and the game is really about offense. Like I really would like. I know there's two sides of court, but if Isaiah Thomas leaves a person wide open from three and he misses it, but Kawhi puts the clamps on someone, he makes a fadeaway shot on him, but Kawhi played better defense. I mean, some of that stuff just naturally happens in the NBA, you know what I mean? And I just feel like offense, if you're really consistent at offense, you are just better than a player that's better at defense. You know, that's more dominant on defense, if you know what I mean. Like if you're really, really, really good at offense, I feel like that's better than you just being a really good two-way player. That's just me. And I think Kevin
yes,
Durant,
not always, not always.
yeah. I mean, I said sometimes, some of the case.
The Bucks last night. They said Pat Connaughton, I respect you, but you can't guard Devin Booker.
No, he can't.
So they put Drew on Devin,
Right.
and he kind of like slowed down. So and he airballed 2 shots in the end of the third. So can we talk about Devin Booker because he did ball out, but do you think he deserves some of the blame for last night's
What?
loss? For last
Why?
night,
Why?
2 airballs in the third when he could have passed those shots up.
You mean the one he was on Drew when he was backing down Drew and they took a fadeaway?
No, I remember the last one, which was in the final seconds. He was getting like double or triple team. He had Chris Paul in his spot in like the top of the key three. Chose not to pass to him and try to jack up a shot, airballed it.
Yeah.
And there was one before that.
Oh, I
Just
remember that one.
completely airballed the fadeaway. Completely, it was horrible. And then he had a couple possessions where he just felt like he was unguardable, which I understand that. But there were some possessions where they were on a roll and they needed a bucket to continue that rhythm, and he kind of slowed them down at times. And
Uh,
then the turnover that he had in the fourth quarter was like that was like to me that's on him. Like you gotta be like that at the end with 30 like 20 something seconds left.
oh,
You
when
gotta
Drew Holiday stole and then
yeah,
Giannis bumped it.
you got 2 guys ahead of you, right in front of you, and
Yeah.
you got Drew Holiday, which you didn't see, but you have to be a smarter basketball player. You got to know where your teammates are. If he just turns around and looks at Chris Paul, who's at the top of the key, 3 for 3 from there, that could have been the dagger. Like he passes that to Chris Paul, that's a wide open three because Drew Holiday was off Chris Paul going in to try to strip Devin Booker. Like it's like I know he balled down. It's tough to criticize him,
Yeah.
but he did make mistakes. He was not perfect.
No,
Let's
he
not
wasn't
act
perfect.
like he was perfect.
He was very, very good. He was very, very good. I mean, I wouldn't blame him for the loss. I just feel like they lost to the better team. I mean, I don't know if that's just like it's just like a cop out for me to say that, but like yesterday watching the game, I just felt like Milwaukee was better. That's it. And I just, even though DeAndre Ayton had 20 and 10, did it feel like he had 20 and 10 to you?
No.
I don't feel like he played 20 and 10. Like it kind of felt like
I mean, it's good, but he played
it's good.
45 minutes.
Just, you know, I
He
mean,
played 45
when
minutes.
you watch a game, sometimes you feel, wow, that guy's really, he's playing well. For me, it was like, is DeAndre Ayton really playing well? Like, I don't know. His energy kind of not
He looks
great.
dead. He looks dead. He looks dead. But then
I don't
again,
know.
Giannis looked dead. Still
Giannis
gave
did look good.
32 and 9.
Giannis's playmaking yesterday was very good, and that's because they were doing that wall thing. Yeah. But I'm happy that the Bucks. So what do you think? How many game 6? What?
The big three for the Bucks had, if I do the math correctly, they had 24 out of the team's 26 assists. So they all shared the ball.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. They had 32 plus 29 is 61. 61 plus 27 is what? 88, 89 or
Which one
88,
percentage
88.
is
He had 88,
out
24.
of 88, and the rest had 35. Right?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's when you need. That's why you bring in. So Drew Holiday. I don't know. Maybe. Do you think the Bucks fans miss Eric Bledsoe?
No. No.
Uh,
Why?
I don't. Do you think a Thanos Antetokounmpo game might be coming through at Game 6 or something? Maybe. Maybe he gets like a 10-10 or something. Affects.
By the way, if they win, if the Bucks win, the Antetokounmpo brothers will be the first 3 brothers to win a championship.
Hey man, that's
Because
great.
LeBron got that ring for what's his name? Who was the Antetokounmpo in LA last year?
Costas.
Hostess, yeah, yeah, bro. Dude,
Jeff Teague is about to be an NBA champion.
yeah, yeah. So is Brent Forbes.
I'm a little upset though about this series. There's one thing. Where's the Jay Crowder Bobby Portis fight? Why hasn't that happened yet?
It's gonna happen at the
It
end.
has to.
If the Bucks win Game 6 and it's like it's clear, I'm calling it right now. If the Bucks are clearly winning and it's over, there will be hands thrown.
Jay Crowder needs to fight Bobby
Man, wherever
Portis.
he goes, he loses.
What?
He's 0 for 2 in finals with LeBron, right? LeBron, and then lost to LeBron last year. He's about to go 0 and 3. He's the cancer, man.
Who?
That's why Boston couldn't win a title. Because he was there, man. He was killing us.
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder, bum.
Yo, Jay Crowder for real. Yeah, I'm a little
I'm
upset.
just happy the Suns are gonna lose because Devin Booker's a fraud. That's the comment. He's a fraud, man. He's a Mickey Mouse player.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope he cries his heart out. I hope the cameras catch him crying. He thinks he's so sick. Man, I hope he rolls his ankle. No, I don't want him to break it. I
40
just want him
points. 40 points. Empty stats. Empty stats.
I told you, the Suns win. It's the Band-Aid ring. Okay, those guys beat up injured play. They barely beat the Clippers. As a matter of fact, the Clippers should have won that series. If we're being honest, the Clippers should have still won that series. The Suns were booty cheeks. Chris Paul acting all.
What was the? What's? I don't know. Do you feel like Brent Forbes might drop 30 points the next game? I don't know.
It's gonna be a blowout. I'm calling it right now. They're
What,
gonna
a blowout?
It's gonna be a blowout. Forbes is gonna be put in the second quarter. He's gonna be cooking. I'm telling you right now, the Bucks will be up 40-10 at the end of the first quarter.
I think a Javon Carter or Abdul Nader game might be coming for the Suns. I don't know. Maybe they got to put him in the rotation. Abdul Nader, bro.
Tyshawn Alexander.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Who's that guy with the freaking yellow hair on the Bucks? Do you think he's gonna get some minutes in Game 6?
I don't know. I'm just happy they're gonna lose. That means Cameron Payne gonna lose. That ugly motherfucker. That's one of the ugliest human beings.
Bro.
He's one of the ugliest human beings to walk this earth.
Who do you think is uglier? What do you think is uglier?
All this money to fix your teeth?
Do you think Campaign is what's uglier, Campaign or Campaign's jump shot?
Damn, that's a real question.
No, for real. Like his jump shot is ugly.
I still think he's uglier than his jump shot.
That's saying a lot.
He's ugly.
That is saying a lot. That is really saying a lot.
You know, Chris Middleton's ugly, but
Chris Middleton looks like I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say he looks like a donkey, but he looks like a donkey. He really does. He looks like
it's like Bob Menry, whatever, when he said like the guy was born in a lab. That's what Chris Middleton looks like.
Oh yeah.
Born in a lab. His head is like disformed. His eyes look weird as hell, bro.
Wait, the guy that I said is born next to a nuclear power plant?
Yeah.
He was born next to a nuclear power plant.
Cameron Payne's ugly, man.
Campaign is ugly.
There's a lot of ugly players. Like Brook Lopez is ugly too. He looks like my thumb.
Do you see Bobby Portis in his eyes? That is crazy.
Bobby Portis is also ugly, bro. Yeah. Like there's so many ugly players. Like PJ Tucker, that's one of the ugliest human beings. He looks like a milk dud. Okay.
Okay, so what do you think? So you think the Bucks are gonna win Game 6? You think he's
Dude, look at the picture. Look at this picture. But
yeah.
that's a
No.
milk dud. That's a hairy milk dud.
So who do you think's gonna win Game 6? Bucks?
Bucks will win it. And it's not gonna be. I think it's gonna be close in the first half. I think Bucks will just like take over in the second half. I think they're gonna quit, and I think Chris Paul will retire after this year.
I think we're gonna get some Javon Carter minutes in this game, which means it's gonna be a blowout as well. I think the Bucks are gonna win.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the NBA. So Hamid and I wanted to do a little something different this time. We wanted to talk about the NFL. The season starts in less than 2 months now.
Yep.
When's
When's the first game? First NFL game.
I don't know. When do the Bucks play the Cowboys? That's because that's the first game.
9-9.
Okay, so like
Less than 2 months.
Yep. But preseason, I like watching preseason. It's good. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean we haven't watched football since the beginning of December, so
Yeah.
the beginning of February. So
Yeah,
it's
that
like what,
gets
6
sucked.
months? Dude, a half a year. It's long, but it goes by fast.
You think so? I feel like this has been a long 4 months.
I've had longer. I feel like it's been longer. That came out sus.
Yeah, I don't know.
That came out. I take that back. Cut that out. Anyways, but there's been longer off seasons.
Yeah, it's probably been.
I think because the basketball season got extended. That's why.
Could be.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you a question here. You're gonna let me
What's the
know.
question?
I mean, going into this next season, buddy, there's been a lot of problems with this. Quarterbacks always have pressure on them, right? Always.
I can't hear you too well. Can you repeat that?
Quarterbacks always have pressure on them. They always do.
Of course. It's
They're the
the
most
toughest
important players
position,
on
I
the
think.
team. Most important players on the team. Most
Yes.
important, probably, position in sports, right? Controls a lot of
Yes.
things.
Well, the catcher also in baseball. Okay, I'm kidding.
So, based off of this, can you name me 5 quarterbacks? We're gonna start from 5 on, and we're gonna talk about this, right?
Okay.
Name your 5 quarterbacks that you think are under the most pressure to perform, and if they don't, they might not be on that team anymore, or they might not be in the NFL anymore. So let's start off with your number 5. Who is your 5th quarterback that's under the most pressure?
Well, I had trouble putting this guy in simply because he's coming off an injury, and it's unfair.
Oh my God.
But who do you think?
If this is Dak Prescott,
It's Dakota Prescott. Okay. Dak Prescott, aka the biggest fraud in all of football. This man, he's coming off a 90-degree ankle turn, like it was bad. But the truth is, I don't care. I mean, I care enough because he should be. If he wasn't hurt, he would be much higher on my list. So I'm taking it easy on him. I don't want to put him at 1 or 2. I put him at 5. But this man has had how many elite offenses? Bro, you gotta. You need to make the playoffs, man, and you need to compete. You can't. You need to compete. I don't want to hear any excuses. Ball out. Ball out, bro. You got the offense. Just ball out. Simple. I mean, I don't care anymore. Just ball out. Do
I don't even think it's about balling out. It's about winning for him. For me, it's winning.
Ball out and winning. Exactly. You got to go win.
Yep.
America's team, this and that. Well, it starts with the quarterback. Go win.
I disagree with you just because they gave him a lot of money already. They gave him a huge contract. So I just don't feel like pressure. They don't really have.
He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
It's not about if he deserved it or not, because this question is about who is under the most pressure. If Dak Prescott sucks, they can't cut him. because that just ruins it. So I just don't feel like he has a lot of pressure. If he sucks this year, Hamid, guess what? They're gonna come back next year with Dak Prescott. They just are, okay? Because that's a financial decision that they make. And I can see why I think he needs to win too. I think that he isn't supposed to be the best quarterback in the division. In the
Yeah,
Cowboys,
he is. He is.
I said he's supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if he proves if he gets outplayed by Daniel Jones or Jalen Hurts or freaking Ryan Fitzpatrick, then I'm sorry to say that just can't happen. He has to play
That
like
can't happen.
he has to
That
play.
alone is why he needs to be. He has to win the division. I don't care how sorry your defense is. Go win the division. This is the NFC least.
Yeah,
Go win the
this
division.
division is not very good.
Okay, like the Giants are showing some improvement, but stop. You guys have had
Washington's
more.
got a quarterback that doesn't have a basically amputated leg.
He's basically playing on 3 fingers.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones loses the ball every single freaking time.
Daniel Jones is a disaster when it comes to fumbling, and
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure Jalen Hurts could be a good player, but his team sucks. So,
Well, number 4. I know you have this guy.
Let me go with my number 5 now.
Oh yeah. Go.
My number 5, Sam Darnold.
All right. Well,
Darnold.
it's the end of the show. Let's just leave right here right now.
Why?
Sam Darnold, dude, that guy's a bust. Okay, he's a bust.
But he's gonna start.
He's on the Panthers, right?
Yeah, he's gonna start.
He's dead. He's done.
So Sam Darnold is on his last year of his rookie deal. I'm not sure if the Panthers picked up his 5th year.
No.
I'm not sure if
they pick up his 5th year. They better not have. I'm not picking up this bum's 5th year. Are you kidding me?
Sam Darnold was ruined by Adam Gase. Okay. Sam Darnold also did a lot of bad decisions.
That New York fans put.
But he also did not play well. Goes both sides. So this is the year. This is his last shot to actually be a solid quarterback in the NFL. If he doesn't play well, he's a backup for the rest of his career.
So one coach ruined this man, but it's interesting. This guy I'm about to bring up, number 4, people already brought him down. They said he's not good. He's a bum. He's this. He's that. Even though he's had horrible coaches as well. And he's had maybe like 4 coaches in the last 3-4 years.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what I'm talking about. Baker Mayfield.
You think he's under a lot of pressure?
He's under a lot of pressure.
I was thinking about him at 5 too, but I think Sam Darnold is under more pressure.
But this man, he played very well last year. I think Baker Mayfield still can be one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. Maybe not now, but he still has that potential. He's a very good talent. He's got Odell, right? He's got Jarvis Landry. He's got Nick Chubb. And I'm pretty sure he has Kareem Hunt still, which is absurd. And your defense is actually nasty. You have to, honestly, not only should you make the playoffs, you got to go and actually they should. They're winning the division. I don't think the Ravens win the division.
Okay, that's not a hot take.
And the Steelers definitely won't either. So you got to win this division. You got to win this division, and more importantly than that, I think they got to make it to the AFC Championship game.
Okay.
They're a great team. I think they're better. I think they're better than the Bills on paper.
They have a great roster.
Their roster is nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to hear anything. Like Baker, you're what, a 4th-year quarterback? Show me what you got. You've had a lot of crappy coaches. This is your 2nd year with a new head coach. Go do your thing, and I believe in you. I believe in Baker Mayfield. But he has a lot to prove. That's why I have a number
4. Okay.
Who's your number 4?
I feel like you're right because he does need to get paid still. Remember that? Because I'm also thinking about if you get paid, you don't really have a lot of pressure on you. But if you're having gotten paid, you need to get paid, you have a little bit more.
Well, I feel like if you get paid now, you got to actually live up to the hype because with the quarterbacks now, some of these guys are getting paid before they actually do something. Not everyone's like Patrick Mahomes who wins a championship then gets the $500 million.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's true
Dak
too.
hasn't done anything. He got paid.
My number 4 is someone that should definitely be on your list. He probably is higher. Um, is Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz, is he on your list?
Yeah.
What number is he? Just so you can get out of the way. 2. Carson Wentz needs to perform this year, or he'll never be a quarterback ever again. Just straight up. Like I don't want to be. He was horrible
I
last year.
agree with you. I agree with you. That's why I have him at number 2.
He was horrible last year. He's back with his old offensive coordinator, who's now the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. That's big. They got Pittman. They got T.Y. Hilton. They got their offensive line's very good, even though they lost a left
Elite,
tackle.
solid running back core, and number one thing, their defense is nasty.
Defense is very
Top
good.
5.
So guess what? What are they missing? Offense. They need an offense, and Carson Wentz has the talent to carry that team.
Well, I mean, Mo, it's simple math, in my opinion. You win 11 games with Philip Rivers as your quarterback at his age, you better be winning just as many, if not more, with Carson Wentz. And I think he'll do it.
I hope he does.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Carson.
But Hamid, again, if he doesn't perform,
if he doesn't perform, he's screwed.
He's not. He's out. It's not like if not, it's not like if Patrick Mahomes has a bad season, he's out. You know what I mean? But if Carson Wentz, because obviously that's not the case. But if Carson Wentz has a bad season, he's never gonna play football or never play starting quarterback for another team again. That's the count. He's gonna be paying for the CFL team. No, I'm kidding. He's not gonna be playing for a CFL team.
Well,
he's gonna be playing for a team that's as a backup role.
Yes. Well, maybe not backup. He's going to be playing for like some sorry team. Okay. But regardless, I agree. Now for number 3, I have to change it up. I put this guy in, but I don't want him in my list.
Wow. Okay.
I put Tua in. I don't
I
want him in.
put Tua in 2 at 3.
Yeah, I put him at 3 too.
Okay.
I'm taking him out.
Okay, then I'll talk about Tua.
You'll talk about Tua, but I'm taking him out because I thought about this guy. Same draft class as Carson Wentz.
Jared Goff. He sucks though, but we know he sucks.
He doesn't suck. I think he has a lot to prove simply because a lot of people think he sucks. Okay. I think people think that he was a fraud, that he was all these bad things, but I think Jared Goff is better than more than half of the quarterbacks in the league.
Wow, that's quite the claim.
Yeah, I mean he's better than Daniel Jones.
Okay,
I'll tell you that much. He's better than Dak Prescott. Yeah, he's better than I'd say he's better than Aaron Rodgers next year since Aaron Rodgers won't be playing.
Okay, let's just keep going.
Well, Jared Goff is in here because I think he's actually very good, very good. But I think he gets a lot of hate, and I think he's going to be in Detroit, which is depressing. Like that's a nightmare. Like imagine waking up sunny LA and then say, yeah, your ass is going to Detroit. You might as well just hang yourself. But he didn't do that. He said, you know what? I'm gonna prove these people wrong. Detroit got a new head coach. They have a new organization. They're feeling themselves. I think Jared Goff not only has a lot to prove, he will prove it, and they'll be much better than people think that they are. Don't be surprised if the Lions are a double-digit win team.
That would be crazy. I can't wait to see the Lions go 3-14 this year. Really can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. My number 3 was Tua.
Tua's a fraud.
Tua is basically this is it for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't play well. He's done.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, man.
Is it unfair for him? Yes, it is very unfair that Tua is already on his last legs, and he's played like 7 games in the NFL. But
is he a rookie? He was a rookie last year, right?
Yep.
That's crazy.
But people are already on his ass, like telling him he's got to play well. Tua is a very, very good quarterback when you watch him. He's very accurate.
He's left-handed though, Mo. Any left-handed quarterback's a bum.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick wasn't all that special. Like he was good. Who?
Steve Young.
Okay, yeah, you got me.
Okay, but Tua, he's very Tua is very accurate with the football. Tua is, I think, very smart. He played like 8 games last year. How the hell are we gonna judge some kid off of 8 games?
He wasn't good. He didn't show anything. Dude, there's already rumors. There's players talking about this man. Like
Yeah,
on the team that were like, yo, this guy is a fraud. Basically is what they're saying.
I don't think that I don't think so. I think they didn't want him to make mistakes. I think their team was better than they thought they were. They didn't think they were as good as they were like 10-6, right? I think that
Well, it's
they
also last year the story came out Ryan Fitzpatrick was benched.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He was benched and he was shocked about it. He was like, wait, what? Like I was doing very well. So that could be also another reason why players
but
are harsher on
true,
Tua.
but I just want to say again, for me, I think their team was better than they thought. They didn't think they were going to be 10-6 or whatever. They were winning so many games. I think they're one of the teams that um, they had very little expectations of themselves, but when they started winning, they didn't really, and they had a developmental quarterback like Tua, who's coming off a really serious leg injury. Like you're kind of stuck in the middle. You
Like he's
need a
had
plan.
multiple leg injuries.
You were in like if the Dolphins were stuck in the middle. They needed to win games, but they also can't have Ryan Fitzpatrick there because they need to develop Tua. So they were in a bad situation. I think Tua this year, hopefully, I just hope for him that he plays well. And obviously, if he doesn't, the Dolphins are gonna
I think
um
it's a matter
they're
of
gonna they're gonna go get the rapist Deshaun Watson probably on the team.
sure.
Maybe you know
Hey
we'll
man,
see. We'll see.
look, I think it depends on how the Dolphin players act. If here's the reality, there's only maybe people don't realize this, but guess what? Only one team wins the title every year.
True.
You got to understand that there's a good chance you won't win it. So I think the Dolphins had a great season last year. It's a matter of do these guys actually think that they're going to win? I believe if they think that they're a championship caliber team, Tua's not going to do well. Because let's be honest, they're not a championship caliber team.
Even with
But
a
if
really
they
good quarterback,
but
I
if they
don't
convince
think they're ready.
themselves that they are and they put Tua out there, this second-year quarterback, I think that's going to ruin him. They gotta know their role. They gotta know their place. They gotta be like, hey, I think we can make the playoffs. We could squeeze in, put up a fight, but we're not there yet. If they do that, I'm sure Tua will be more comfortable going out there and at least making some mistakes early in the season.
And they got in some.
But you can't be making early mistakes like as a championship winning team unless you're like the Patriots in 2014.
Yeah, and they've gotten him help. They've gotten him more help. They've gotten him Will Fuller. They got him Jalen Waddle. They still have Devontae Parker on the team. Mike Gesicki is one of the better tight ends in the league, which is crazy to say, but he is. Offensive line still needs a little bit of work, but they're a good team. Defensively, they're monsters. Tua has a lot of things to work with here. So honestly, if he doesn't do well, I still think it's his fault, no matter what the pressure is. He's got to prove to his teammates need to have realistic expectations of himself, but at the same time his teammates, he has to prove to them that he's a worthy quarterback. Like that's also that has like those things coincide with each other. He needs to prove to them that he's the guy for them to move on with. And I think he has the ability to do that. All right, who's your number two? Didn't I say it was you said it was
Carson
Wentz,
Wentz.
right? My number two is Daniel Jones.
Damn.
You know why I put you have him at 1?
No,
Oh,
I don't have him on all this.
Daniel Jones is.
I think we both have the same guy for number 1.
I think so too. But Daniel Jones is my quarterback for now.
For now, okay.
And
I think he won't be the starter by the end of the year.
Who are they gonna put in? Colt McCoy? I don't even know who the backup is anymore. I forgot. Mike Lennon.
McCoy's pretty good. That guy, Colt McCoy. Put up. Can you share your screen and show me the highlight tape of Colt McCoy?
I'm good. I think the only highlight tape they have is him at Texas. I don't think they got any NFL highlights for Cole McCoy.
Probably couldn't find Daniel
What?
Jones highlights. He went to Duke for football.
And he was bad. Anyway, yeah, Daniel Jones fumble problems, and this is why he has the most pressure, or the second most pressure on the team. I mean, out of all the quarterbacks, it's because they upgraded wide receiver a lot. They did a lot for this kid. They upgraded the team a lot. They not only did they get Kadarius Toney, they got Kenny Galladay, paid him big money. They still have Evan Ingram, and they also got Kyle Rudolph now to help him out. The offensive line is a year older. The defense is what?
Still got revolving doors on that line, man.
I think it's going to be better. I really think so. That's not me being optimistic. I think they're going to be better. I think.
It has some question marks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. I don't think it's crazy.
But also, the team needs to win this year.
It's New York.
James Bradbury, Adoree Jackson, who I think is a solid corner. Like we might have overpaid for him a little bit, but that's okay. We have a slot corner and Darnay Holmes, good safeties. I mean, I know that has nothing to do with Daniel Jones, but it just shows how I think the team is really good. And I think Daniel Jones is going to be the main proponent of how good this team's going to be this year. If he sucks, they're going to be a 7-1 team. But if he's good, they might be a 10-1 team. You never know. So,
yeah,
that's how much of an effect a quarterback has on this position. He's getting Saquon back too. Saquon's going to help him. Saquon's an unbelievable talent. He's healthy, top 3 running back in the league. So,
top 5.
Okay, whatever you say, but top 5 running back in the league. He's a great weapon to have. So what?
So many great running backs.
There are a lot of great running backs.
Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, CMC.
But I mean, but if you think about it, and this is not me being biased, when you watch the game, when you watch Saquon Barkley play, he's better than some of those players you mentioned. He's better than Dalvin Cook when he's healthy.
He hasn't shown it yet.
That's I just feel like if you watch,
I don't like Saquon. Saquon's the type of guy to get you like 2 yards, 1 yard, and then he gets you that one big play.
But he breaks like 60 tackles. He literally only gets 2 or 3 yards because his offensive line is very bad at running defense. But I think they're better now. I really think that he's gonna have a big season.
We'll see.
Okay. Who's your number 1? We're gonna say it in 3 seconds or 3 seconds, right? I'm gonna do the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Tom Brady.
You did not put him at number 1. Right? Matt Stafford. Okay, good. Okay. The reason why he wouldn't be number 1, I would see, is because we can both talk about this. By the way, we'll just come on.
Simple. He's number 1 because he's been more overhyped. Everyone talking about, man, get this man out of Detroit. Get him out of Detroit. Poor guy. Get him out of Detroit. If he had this, if he had that, he had this. The man, I don't think has won a playoff game. Has he?
No.
Okay, so it's clear. You're that good, right? You're that good. Well, you got Robert Woods, stud. Cooper Kupp, stud. Aaron Donald, stud. Jalen Ramsey, stud. Solid offensive line. You got a pretty good offense. You got a very good defense. Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in the league. You need to make the playoffs and get me a couple wins.
Yeah.
If you don't go into the season, if you don't ball out, if you're not in the MVP discussion, okay, if you're not winning playoff games, he got the most.
Matthew Stafford has the most pressure because, well, first of all, he has pressure, but the thing is, even if he doesn't play that well, they don't have a lot of options. You know what I mean? Like they have to stay with Matthew Stafford for like at least another few more years. But the thing is, Matthew Stafford, they traded 2 first-round picks for you, buddy. They traded 2 first-round picks.
Did they re-sign him? Did they give him more money?
No, not yet.
Okay. I forgot about that. 2 first-round picks. Yeah, you better ball out.
That's big. They gave up 2 first-round picks for your ass, bro. And they took a huge. Not only did they give up 2 first-round picks, I mean, they took a huge dead cap to get rid of Jared Goff.
It's a big deal because this is not successful if they don't win a championship. The Rams have to win a championship for
Over the
this to
next
be
2
successful.
years.
Next 2-3 years, because guess what? Jalen Ramsey's going to be out. Aaron Donald's going to be out. You think Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are going to stay if they keep doing their thing and this team sucks? The Rams are like in a situation now where they can literally go from contenders to the bottom.
I mean, they in like a couple years, they don't have first round picks for the next like 4 years.
Yeah, they're screwed.
Yeah.
They have a chance to be one of the worst franchise